Hello everyone, it's Laurel here from Forever Purple Creations, and it has been a hot minute. Sorry it's a little dark. I'm not going to change the lighting or anything, and this may be a little goofy because I haven't done a stream in a long time, but this is just quicker for me to do this way right now than to film and then upload. So happy December. I hope everybody's doing well. I miss everybody. As always, my life is just a lot crazy. Work is a lot crazy, but I'm excited for this month. I am always crafting and doing things behind the scenes. I just have not been filming. I'm always working on stuff that I have a bunch of unfinished things that need to be put together. But anyway, I'm here to talk about this month and the hashtag DDAdvent 2024, hosted by Tracie Fox at traciefoxcreative. Um, this year is going to be amazing. Tracie created this whole amazing digital kit of anthologies of stories, and Jay wrote the stories. So, and then she has posted the first video today telling the story, which is so cool. And our first collaborator was up today and did her video. So I already watched that and did my commenting. So this is the calendar. I did it a little smaller. I know Tracie has it posted everywhere. I will be putting a link to it in my description box. So she did not put names this year. They're just numbers. But when you click on the number, it is going to take you right to the person that has their that is working on their day. There's no special rules this year on, like, you have to make a certain tag for that day or anything like that. The kit is done with different stories. The first one is Christmas at the Cottage, The Secret Book, Naughty Clarence, Christmas Crush, and The Magic Toy Shop. So I have read them all quite a few times just to get it into my brain, so it stays there while I'm creating. And I am all the way down here on the 24th of December. I'm usually up here, so it's going to be a little different, but it gives me more time to, let my brain do the things that it likes to do. So I'm just gonna, I've been working on a little bit of stuff. I'm going to show you a little bit of what I'm doing and explain a few things to you guys. And then I just wanted to chat for a few and get back into this because I always get nervous because I haven't been on in a while. So, and I do like to talk, but I always get nervous when I have to. I don't know why I'm so afraid to film because I really like to talk to people, but I'm not really talking to people. I'm really talking to myself. So, anyway, I'm very excited to see what everybody does this year. There's always so much inspiration, and I always learn something from somebody. So, I'm going to give out a little bit of information for you guys today, and I will put the links in my description box, or when I'm going to be coming back on through the month. I want to say I'm going to do something every day. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but I am going to be working on a journal as well. This is my first, oh my God, signature. It's a little chunky already. We'll see how it goes. It's, my whole thing is just going to grow by leaps and bounds. I'm not good at this part. I'm good at creating and then putting it all together. So it's a little odd for me to do it this way. This is kind of a base frame for me to get going. So it has images from the Christmas at the Cottage, and then the story is in here as well, as along with extra pictures that I've just added in for now. I know it's going to change a lot. I will show you my cover that I started working on. It is going to be pretty wide spine for this journal because there are 5 stories. So I was going to just do mine, but I kind of decided to follow what Tracie was doing. She made it, really simple. My life, it never works out that way. But anyway, and then I am going to be working on a special project as well. On my day, I'm going to try and not make it too difficult. I want everybody to be able to follow along, and if they're making a journal, to be able to put whatever they make, in the journal or with the journal. But then I'm hoping to make this other project as well, because you guys know I like to do something a little different when I work with Tracie's kit for this month. So that is that part. So make sure you follow along. This will be in my description box. I'm sorry I don't I meant to go look, but I don't exactly remember who's tomorrow. You know what? Let me look real quick. I can probably tell you. Oh, maybe I can't tell you because I don't want to bump anything on my computer while I'm filming. I don't know if it'll let me do that. So if you just go click on number 2 tomorrow, it will take you right to their video of what they're making. And time difference might show up for some people. I know everybody's not in the US, so just keep checking. If you go and somebody's not there, check, or someone might be there earlier than you expect. That's because of the time difference. So I want to give a huge thank you to Tracie for the amazing kit, to Jay for the amazing stories, and thank you once again for allowing me to join this collaboration, because this is what I look forward to every year. So I get a little stressed out, but I work better when I'm stressed. So anyway, I'm going to put this to the side. If you do decide to follow along and create, I did find some new channels to watch because of this with her collab in June. So just make sure if you create anything, you film, you put the hashtag DDAdvent 2024, and then anybody can find your video and be able to go watch it. I also created a playlist where I will be posting all the things that I make. That'll probably be a separate one, but I think I'm going to create one with, I don't think I need to create it for all of them because it'll be right there in my description box. Anyway, don't mind me. It's my brain's like kind of all over the place because I have this whole thing on my brain right now, and I have literally, if you could see around me, I've got a disaster going on. So I had to redo my book last night because my spine wasn't big enough. This is just an old book cover that I've cut down. You can see by the top, that's the bottom. This is the top. The tops are rounded, and it's the paper still on here. And then the bottom, you can kind of see the cardboard. That is all going to be covered. I did create a rounded spine on mine, a curved spine, a rounded spine. You guys should already know. Yeah, don't mind me. I did want a curved spine on mine, and then it'll be a hollow and see down in there. So that is, and then this is what's going to, at least for now, this is what's going to go over here, on here like this. That'll be on there, and then there'll be papers and fabric and stuff. So this will be my journal. And I know it doesn't look that big. It looks big, but trust me, when I'm done, it'll probably end up like this for, you know, just reasons, because that's me. So that is my cover. Like I said, I have all my papers printed out. I'm not going to show you them to you all. You can go on Tracie's Etsy and see them. I know she did a video showing everybody. There is a lot. There are so many papers, and they're all beautiful, and I've been playing with them already. I always like to start with ephemera. That's what gets my mind working and my creativity going. So like I said, this is my first journal, and I'll kind of show you what I've been playing with today. So I like to print out things more than once for reasons of things that I make. I also like to, let's see if I can show you, shrink things down a lot. So I have all the fussy cuts in here. Like you can see, these flowers are in here, but they're super tiny. They're down here. So these are all my very small pieces that I've cut out so far. I did ink all of them. I'm going to try and be a little more prepared this year and have everything inked before I come on and film. I know people don't like to watch that kind of stuff. So I'm going to try and have all of that done and have everything prepared for what I'm making. I'm probably going to be working on tags and envelopes and different things that I want to put inside my journal. And then when I'm finished, then I will do a flip through of the whole journal. I don't know, I like to talk. Not going to do a lot of talking because I can't really explain what I'm doing. My brain just kind of, as I'm working, my brain is thinking, and then I just start grabbing things, and that's pretty much how I'm going to do it. So you'll see a little bit of what I do when I'm making the tags and envelopes and stuff. I'll probably talk a little bit more, but I've been working with some of the fussy cut pieces today that I have, the bigger ones, because like I said, this is where my creativity comes from. So on these acorns, I did them with, and I hope you can see because the lighting's off, but the whole acorn I covered with crackle paste, and it gave it like this velvet look. on this part, and it has some texture. And then on all the ends, I used some rock candy just to make them look like they have snow on them. So that's what I did with the acorns today. Here's the other one. I don't know. I like all the little tiny detailed work that I like to add a lot of detail to everything. Let's just put it that way. And then this one, I used some distress crayon. And then I bought a bunch of these glitter markers, which I'm in love with. I think Nat Williams was using them last year. And I went right out the next day and bought some, and they are amazing. I also have these cool, it's called Dragonfly Glaze, and there are 5 different ones, and they have different colors in them. I don't know if you can see that, but depending on what you put them on, this is only 2 of them. I do have 5. They put an amazing color, and I'll show you when I show you the two of these. So this one has the distress crayon, and then it's got the glitter marker. And then in the center of this one, I did the sticky embossing powder by Tim Holtz, which just made these leaves look almost real. So I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but I'm going to show you. So that's those. I just really like things to stand out. Not that her digitals aren't gorgeous. It's how my brain works. I like to add more. More is more. So this one's just ink. I haven't done anything. I'm probably going to work on this one for a few minutes while I talk to you, just to get my nerves back used to doing this and thinking of words that I don't want to say a million times and things like that. So I'm going to be working on these wreaths too. These are going to go in there. But here are the 2 soldiers that I did. So this one, depending on how you turn it, it has kind of a purple in his red, but it also has a red in there. And then the blues got the blue. And then I did use some stickles, and this one is like a silver one on his beard. And then I also used the black like on his mustache and stuff, just because, soldiers, these toy soldiers are just really shiny and stand out. And I'm trying not to get too complicated with it. So I'm trying to stick with markers and crayons and things like that. And then this is the red one. And he looks really cool too. He just looks like he's all decked out. I just like what it adds to the pictures and things. So when I'm working on this kind of stuff, that's where my ideas start coming with what I want to do with each piece, like the project that I'm going to be working on. I'm not going to tell you about it because it's my brain has to sit and do all the mechanics of it, because I don't want to make it a million times, like what happened the first year when I had to remake the tag twice because I didn't film while I was doing it. So all I use is, and these just, I don't know, they just make everything, they're just really pretty. And I don't know if you'll see that glitter. You'll see it when I color, but they're very sparkly, and they just make everything stand out. So I'm going to use these on the picture, and then I'm probably going to go over some of them with, I like to use this a lot. It's a lot cheaper than, what is it? The glossy accents. And it doesn't tend to crack as much. It doesn't get as hard. So I like to use this dimensional magic, and it does come in a different bottle now too. I saw when I was in the store. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about paper. And I think her name was Jessica. Jessica today showed you guys some examples of what happens when you get your paper wet. And I know a lot of us lately are really into the vibrant colors like this that you get from photomat paper. And I know photomat paper can be a little bit pricey for people. I know it's very pricey for me, and it's all I will use now. But I have found alternatives that I will bring some prints when I come back, and I will show you, and I will show you the paper. I just want to talk to you about it because it is available, where I can drop water on this picture and not one thing is going to run. I can use distress inks and oxides and dry them and then do another color on top, and it will all stay. Nothing will run, and nothing will, it will not change the colors or anything in this picture, in this paper. Now, this is not photo matte paper. This is another brand of a matte paper that is quite cheaper, but I have two different ones that I use, and I live by these two papers now. One is HP professional matte, like professional and brochure paper, but it's the color lock, and it works the same way as the photo matte paper does. And I buy it in 28, 32, and 40. And then for my 48-pound paper, which is my little bit thicker when I'm making like tags and things like that, or, you know, pieces, I use 48-pound, and it's the photo matte, koala photo matte paper. And you get like, what is it, 200, 150, 200, way, a lot more sheets, and it's a lot more economical for people like me that go through a lot of paper. I know you guys haven't seen me a lot, but I have been behind the scenes printing and working on things, and I do a lot of printing. Like, I have printed out. I know a lot of people don't do it like that, but I have to print out the whole kit. I can't wait and start working on something and decide what I might need and then have to stop and print and stop and print. So I print out all the ephemera and I cut it all out. I have enough ephemera to last me 10 lifetimes from all of her kits. So I print out all the ephemera, all the papers, everything. Tracie has about 5 drawers dedicated to just her for my papers and my papers, all my digitals. So, and then when I'm working on something, I can go, excuse me, I can go right to that and just get my papers. But this paper that I use is just a lot more economical, and, you know, I use a lot of paper, so for me to keep using the Epson, I have an HP, but I was using the Epson photo matte paper. It just made it, it was very expensive for me to keep buying that because you don't get a lot of sheets, and I was going through it really quickly. And this paper I buy, especially the koala one, is double-sided. So I want to say the brochure paper I use is also double-sided. So you don't have to worry about which side you're using, but it's beautiful paper. It's super soft. I also found a new photo, you know, like photo paper, gloss photo paper. It is a satin one that is absolutely beautiful when you are printing out images and stuff. It's just, they look so beautiful. So I'm just sitting here coloring in some of these. They have a lot of, these ones aren't really plain and they have a lot of things on them. So I just want to color a few of them just so I can show you. And like I said, I'll probably go over some of this with glossy accents, and I am going to use this to raise up on a tag or something. So I'm going to cut some of these out. I'm going to layer a picture probably 3 times, and this will be the top one. So I want the presents like standing out, if that's making sense the way I'm talking. It's been quite a while since I've been on here, and I know I'm super far away, but on StreamYard, unfortunately, I do not know how to zoom in. So I'll just bring it up when I'm done talking and show you. And then I believe I have a yellow, but I'm going to try a gold and see how this looks. We'll probably just outline some of them right now, and then I'll just show you. And like I said, use what you have. You would be amazed. Just like Jessica said, go through your drawers and stuff. And I want to start working with all the stuff that I have, all the paints and the alcohol inks and all those things. I want to start doing just different things with those, make a bunch of tags, make a bunch of envelopes, you know, and start working with the stuff that I have. I think I get a little overwhelmed because, you know, my room is basically a craft room now. It's sad to say, but it is. This is all I like to do. I work, and then when I come home, I like to craft, and I like little things, and I like paints. And I just got through making quite a few crocheted projects for Christmas, and they are done so that I can just dedicate my time now the rest of this month to this project. And I can't show them to you right now or say anything about them right now because my family watches my videos, especially during this month, and they always want to see what I come up with and I make. So I can't show them because they're for family members. So I can't show them to you right now, but I will show them to you after Christmas. I will come on and do a video and show them to you. But I didn't do them all just because I want to show you what it adds. It just adds so much to the piece of paper. Even though the digital is beautiful, to me, it just gives it a little bit of my added touch of what I do. I could go way beyond and add so much more, but I'm going to say I'm going to try not to do that with a lot of stuff this year, but I have a feeling it's, you know, it's just going to take on a life of its own as I go. I'm also going to be coming on and showing you how to do something else with a couple of things in the kit, that just so you can work with, and it's just different ideas and different things you can do and different ways you can use these things in your journals or on your tags and things like that. But like I said, paints, I'm sure we've all got paints. Take a little glitter. You'd be amazed what happens when you add glitter to paint, what it can do. And you know, fine glitters, pretty inexpensive at Michael's and stuff, and add it to your paints. I've done it. It makes them beautiful. Who doesn't have stickles? I mean, I used stickles on some of my presents and on something somewhere. I'm not sure where it is, but you know, stickles is another good one. You know, any paints or markers or anything you have, watercolor markers, any of that kind of stuff, just adds a little bit extra to your pictures, which is what I like. This is where I spend most of my time, and this is why it takes me forever to make stuff. It's because of all the added little stuff I do. But this is what I'm going to be working on. I do have the signature ready. I want to start working on the things that go in the signature and then work on the signature. I tend to work in a backwards manner. Like, I can't sew this together because then I'll find a bunch of different things I needed to do before I sewed it in, just like my cover. I'm not going to do that first because I have things I need to add to it. So I tend to work from the bottom up instead of, you know, top down. You know, everything's done backwards. It just works better for me. I notice that's how my brain works. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing. Again, where's my sheet of paper? I just want to make sure to remind you all, tomorrow is day 2 of the collaboration. Again, I'm not sure who it is. I apologize. I'll try and put it in the description box below. This will be linked in the description box below. I know Tracie has it posted in a bunch of places as well. Please go over and watch your video from today from the story for the Christmas cottage. So I know at the beginning of each week, she's, at least this is how I'm guessing it's going to be done. She is going to have the story for each one. And this is mine, the Christmas Crush. This is the longest one, I believe. But the Christmas cottage is a great one too, and the digitals are beautiful. So please go and watch the collaborators and see what they're doing. And I can't wait to see what you're all doing. So happy December, everybody. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday. Those, I know some places, I'm not sure if the UK celebrates it. I don't think they do. I think it's at a different time, but I hope everybody had a great holiday, and I will see you guys all through the month. And please join along and have some fun, and make sure you share, even if you share it in Tracie's group, which is Tracie, the Foxy Crafters. I should have put that on here. Make sure you go share it in your group. There are some amazing crafters in her group. Let me tell you, they make some amazing things. It really boggles me sometimes. I'm like, holy cow, there are so many talented people out there. So I will see you all soon. I didn't want to do this too long. I wanted to keep it pretty short, and look at that. I kept it at under 25 minutes, which is awesome. So you will see me again. I will be back. I want to say I want to try every day, but maybe if it doesn't end up that way, I'll show you what I've been working on throughout the week. And I am going to try and film everything that I do, so you guys can follow along with my crazy brain. So have a wonderful evening, and I will see you all soon. Bye for now. Don't forget to get out there and create something.